Hello again, I am Jim Cuervo, Senior Trainer here at Digital Drafting Systems. Today's topic is tagging slopes and adding datums to ramps and stairs in multiple views and the new ability to see 3D grids in 3D views. Being able to tag slopes and add datums to any view is an improvement that greatly accelerates your Revit documentation. Further, now that grids are available in 3D views, gives us a further way of locating conditions in a 3D view on our model using the grids. Pretty cool stuff, right? Let's get started. In this example, we have 4 views opened, an elevation, a section, a plan, and a 3D. Let's see how we tag these things. Very well. Let's go ahead and see how we tag things in the elevation right here. We come over here to our annotative objects or dimensional objects, and let's start with sloping. Let's go ahead and select the slope. And as you can see, I can very easily select the line that is indicating the slope for me. Okay, I can come into this one and I can place it. Okay, so the first place is which side, and then you go ahead and accept it. And then you continue on as much as you need. If you need to move this, all you really have to do is just grab your item or extend it this way. Either way, it's going to work. So you have less clutter. Okay, so as you can see, it's relatively easy to go ahead and tag on a elevation. What happens if you have a flat section? Well, if you come back to the annotate in the slope mode, when you have no slope, it actually tells you and it labels it as no slope. Excellent. Can we actually do this in any view? Can we slope anything in any view? Absolutely. In this elevation here, we have no way of doing it unless we select it first, and then it starts to give us the slopes. As you can see, if there are no slopes, let's go ahead and first place this, it gives you a no slope label. Okay? Very well. Can we do it in plans? Absolutely. Select the plan view, and the same thing is happening in plan view. If there is no slope, it'll tell you no slope. Can we do it in 3D? Now, in the 2022 version of Revit, yes, you can. As a matter of fact, come back in here. Here's your no slope. These are my landings. Obviously, no slope, but these have slope. And so I'm able to also go ahead and tag them here in my 3D view. Excellent. Can we go ahead and put datums on them? Well, let's go to annotate, dimensions, datum, and let's go ahead into the south elevation again, and there it is. I'm datum selected and placed. Datum selected and placed. That is an elevation. How about section? Well, here's another section. Let's go ahead and select the section. Datum selected and placed. Same thing is happening here. Can we do it in plan? Absolutely. We've done it many a times. Here it is. Clock, clock, and clock. Deposit, placing and selecting. Same thing in the other ones. Okay? In here, it's going to give you similar points at that point. Remember, this is a slope. So, it's better to maybe, just go ahead and say this is one of the landings. So this is my height at that landing, and this is the slope at that landing. Continuing, can we actually now do it in the actual 3D view? Absolutely. Okay, here it is. Placement, location. So we're tagging it and we're locating it like that. It's pretty darn cool, I think, that we have now the ability to tag our slopes and place our height datums in any view that we choose, including 3D, which is fantastic. Now, moving on, we did say that we have the ability now to see grids in 3D views. I'm going to leave the south elevation opened, and I'm also going to leave the plan elevation, but now I'm going to just go ahead sorry, I'm going to go ahead and close the south elevation and leave these two open because I do want to show you something that is very particular to this and you need to be aware of. The addition of the grids into the 3D view is part of your visibility graphics. So let's go ahead and here in 3D, go into visibility graphics. And in the annotations here, okay, we have the grids down here. By default, is set to off, unlike the levels in 3D, which are set to on by default, as you can see right there. Let's go ahead and turn them on and say apply and OK. And here are my grids. Okay, let's go ahead and arc rotate a little bit so you see them better. They're looking pretty good, exactly where they're supposed to be. If I select one of these, we have the extents of the grid, okay, that we can actually modify by grabbing this little ring here and extending it up if we want to, or down. So we can increase the height of the grid, or we can increase the depth of the grid. The other thing that we can actually do is actually switch the length of the grid this way by creating this and moving it out, okay? In here we can do it, okay, very easily. But we can also do it in here in the 3D. You see this ring? We can actually pull that ring just like we did the depth and height. But there, one thing is happening when you do that is you break the alignment happening in here. You see that? That alignment is broken. If I go ahead and bring this back here in the plan and allow it to lock again, I reclaim my lock alignment of my grids. Once again, be aware that if you change the length of your grid in your 3D, you will break the alignment with all the other grid lines. Okay? Just keep it in mind when you're working with this. With that, we have reached the conclusion of our placing tags for slopes in multiple views. Not only that, but also seeing our grid lines in 3D view. Hope you've enjoyed it. This has been Jim Cuervo with Digital Drafting Systems, saying so long. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Till the next one.